Be warned, it contains footage of delicious wood-fired meats, seafood, vegetables, and desserts. You may find your stomach growling, your mouth watering, or that you have an uncontrollable urge to order your own Traeger wood-fired grill.
What is Traegering? Traegering is this, that, and those. Traegering is fire and smoke, roast and grill, bake and barbecue. It's the rich flavor of American wood, sweet maple, smoky hickory, alder, oak, and mesquite. Traegering is rubs and dips, recipes and tips. It's big taste made easy. Easy to use, easy to master. It's setting the temperature and letting Traeger do all the work. Traegering is everyone together, old friends and new. Pile them high and pass it along. The grill that always delivers a great meal every time. Traegering is wood-fired cooking perfected.
From mouth-watering baby back ribs to berry cobbler, and a whole lot of amazing in between, folks are turning on their taste buds with an easy way of cooking that takes flavor to a whole new level. It's called Traegering. And once you've tasted the delicious wood-fired flavor of food that's been Traegered, you'll never go back to gas or charcoal again. Today, we'll visit Matt Pittman's Meat Church, meet competitive barbecue champions Diva Q and Chad Ward, talk with Chef Timothy Hollingsworth, and professional outdoorsman John Dudley, to hear why they all love the superior wood-fired flavor they get from a Traeger grill. Today on The Traeger Show.
Hey y'all, welcome to The Traeger Show, a show that's all about amazing food and how to make it. I'm Jim.
I'm Todd.
Now Todd and I have a few things in common. We both love cooking, and we both love eating.
Mostly the eating.
And if you can cook great food, then you can eat great food.
And so can your friends and family.
Yeah, and that makes everyone happy. So, let's talk about cooking.
Okay, well, you know, I'm a pretty good cook, kind of the master of the gas grill.
Well, today we're not gonna be using any gas.
No gas.
Nope. Today we're gonna Traeger.
Traeger.
Traeger is basically a wood-fired oven.
Okay, I'm listening.
It burns 100% natural hardwood grown in the USA. The wood produces the heat that cooks the food, and it also imparts this wonderful wood-fired flavor.
Huh, so we have to chop wood and keep it burning just right?
Actually, no. With the Traeger, instead of chunks of wood, which are tough to manage, we use wood pellets.
So no gas, no propane.
Nope, just wood. And Traeger has several different kinds. Each gives a different kind of flavor. Yeah, they take the taste of your food to a whole new level. Now, what do you think people cook on their grills more than anything else?
I'd say chicken.
And you'd be right. Tell me, how's the chicken you cook on your gas grill?
Well, it's usually pretty good, as long as I pull it off in time and turn it enough and marinate it. And a little barbecue sauce, and actually maybe it's not so good.
Yeah, so let's start off with what I like to call the chicken challenge. Here's how it works. You take a whole chicken, throw on a little chicken rub. You don't need much because you get a lot of flavor from that wood. Then you put it on the Traeger for about an hour and 15 minutes on high. Don't look at it, don't turn it, just set it and forget it.
Okay.
Now, look at this.
Oh man, that looks incredible.
Yeah, it is incredible. Yeah, thank you. Now look at this.
Oh, it's so juicy. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes.
Now, try that.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
Good?
No. Actually, that is great. That's the best chicken I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, I thought you might say that. No marinade, no sauce, no babysitting. And it comes out like this every time.
You know how people say, now you're cooking with gas? Maybe it should be now you're cooking with Traeger.
Well, you're a clever one.
Yeah, I'm going to keep eating this.
Oh, yeah, you bet. In the meantime, let's go to Lakeland, Florida, where champion pitmasters Diva Q and Chad Ward are cooking up all kinds of wonderful at the 22nd annual Pig Fest barbecue competition.
We're here in Lakeland, Florida at the 22nd annual Lakeland Pig Festival, one of the biggest barbecue contests in the Southeast.
It is an incredible couple of days of music, barbecue, fun, and competition. I am Diva Q. I'm a professional barbecuer, pitmaster, CEO. My job is barbecue. My life is barbecue. Everything I do revolves around barbecue.
I am Chad Ward, pitmaster of Whiskey Bent Barbecue and Traeger Pro Team member. 8-time state champion, won a world championship in chicken, and I think I've walked the stage around 300 times.
You know, competition is where we literally take 4 barbecue meats, pork, chicken, ribs, and brisket, and I have to make 6 pieces of meat look spectacular to a judge. We don't get fancy platters, we get 9x9 styrofoam containers.
But what you're kind of doing is presenting a platform for your meat.
With a Traeger, you have this consistent cook the whole time that gives you that wood-fired flavor, that beautiful bark on the outside, and a spectacular result.
You know, I can get so much flavor out of the Traeger without having to sit there and throw a log hour after hour all night. But you have to taste the wood-fire difference. You have to put that food into people's mouth, and that's when they start that slow head nod and go, wow, this is amazing.
First thing I think I did a rack of ribs, and literally like you just take the bone and pull it right out after you slice them up, and you take that first bite, and it's just mouth-watering, juicy goodness.
It makes all the difference in the world in flavor.
It is consistently delicious every single time.
Taste that smoke, the flavor.
This was too easy. Takes all the work out of it. Literally put it on there and you can set it and forget it.
There's no complicated things about it.
My wife used to hate it when I'd barbecue chicken on my old gas grill. And now every week at the store, she's like, did you get the chicken? She loves it now.
Oh, my 7-year-old loves the food that comes off the Traeger. Always, Mom, can we make something on the Traeger? Can you make the chicken? The Traeger helps bring the family together.
When you start using a Traeger, you don't want to do anything else because it's just that much better.
Wood pellets just throw off this smoke and flavor and all, man, it just, I'm getting excited right now just talking about it.
When you're cooking and when you're eating good food and you're feeding people, it makes you happy.
Howdy, Cowboy Bob here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it was Socrates who said, there ain't no definitive rankings of beefsteaks. Pfft, what an idiot, right? So here it is, the definitive rankings of beefsteaks. All right, let's cut to the chase, right from the get-go. Your very best tasting steak in the whole deal is right here, the ribeye. Now, don't argue with me about this. I'm on a horse all day. You're on what, the internet? Your biggest steak, if that's what you're a hankering for, is the porterhouse. Big enough to share, but why would you? And right up the road from there, you got what I like to call your best all-around cowboy. The T-bone. T for Texas, T for Tennessee, and T for take your steak sauce and shove it somewhere shady. Now, my personal favorite and the mass macho steak of all is your tomahawk ribeye. Just look at that beauty. Prettier than a whiskey bottle full of blue bonnets. Now, you want to know the most overrated steak? That's right here. The filet mignon. And yeah, I know I'm mispronouncing it, but I'm from Texas. Mispronouncing French is pretty much my raison d'etre.
And we're back.
All I can say is wow.
You know, I used to cook my ribs on a gas grill, and I could never get them quite right. But now,
Oh man, ribs are my weakness.
look at that color.
Ooh, wow. What kind of wood did you use?
Used cherry on this one. Yeah, good.
That is amazing. Oh, that's falling right off the bone. That is so flipping good.
Coming up, we'll meet up with professional outdoorsman John Dudley, and we're gonna make some world-class cuisine with Chef Timothy Hollingsworth, who'll be cooking up a bunch of food.
All right, how do I get one of these?
Well, Todd, I'm glad you asked.
Are you ready to experience the wood-fired flavor you've been missing? Then stop grilling and start Traegering. Just pour in the pellets. They're available at over 7,000 locations. Then set your temperature and let Traeger take your food to the next level. Grill, smoke, bake, roast, braise, and barbecue. You can cook just about anything you want on a Traeger. Best of all, you don't have to babysit your grill because Traeger does all the work for you. It automatically feeds the pellets into a fire pot to maintain a consistent temperature, and a convection fan circulates hot air around your food, so you always get consistent, delicious results. Traeger gives you back what matters most: time to spend with family and friends.
Hello folks, ANC finally has Traeger pellet grills. Traeger pellet grills, probably the best cooking you can do. You got flavored pellets, you got pecan, maple, mesquite, all types of flavors. On top of that, right now, if you buy a grill in the next week, you get a free front shelf and a free cover. Just adding that. You got your control board down here. You can go from smoke to 180 to 360 to 450, whatever you want to do. You want to cook burgers at 450, cook them at 450. You want to do ribs at a smoking temperature, just put it to smoke. It's that easy. You got your 18-pound hopper here that you fill with pellets with the auger motor, just like a pellet stove, but in a grill. You got your top rack, your bottom rack. Another thing they have, not just the 34, which is the biggest one they have, they also have a 22, which is about 500 square inches of cooking area. You also have your Bronson, and on top of that, you want to try this for a weekend? I'll give you the tailgater for the weekend. Give me your name and your number and take my grill home with you.
So Todd, I've been thinking.
Oh, yeah?
On that gas grill of yours, what flavor of propane do you use? Get ready.
Okay, I was gonna say, great point.
Yeah, well, with so many different kinds of wood pellets, you can add all kinds of flavor to anything you cook. So now you know the Traeger can handle the basics.
You're right, chicken, ribs, pork, yeah.
Right, exactly. Well, check this out. Beef brisket.
Oh, it's like a Christmas present. Oh, and gloves.
Well,
Very fancy.
I like to pretend I'm a professional.
Oh. Oh, it's so juicy and tender.
Brisket is one of the hardest things to get right. But with a Traeger, you literally put it on, then in like 10, 12 hours, it's perfect.
Yeah, that's gotta be the smoke and the wood, right?
Yeah, well, and the consistent heat. Traeger makes it real easy to do real wood-fired cooking.
Mmm, oh, it's so good. It's so good.
You're really feeling that, aren't you?
Most definitely.
Well, while Todd enjoys his brisket, let's go to Oklahoma to visit professional outdoorsman, Mr. John Dudley.
When you're outdoors, all of your senses are heightened. There's no question. I feel like we were made to be outside, and that's why I love it so much. My name's John Dudley, and I'm a professional outdoorsman. I really like the simplicity of the Traeger. You know, you flip the switch on, turn it to a smoke setting, or turn it to the temperature setting that you want. And when you're done, just let it run its cycle and turn the button off. It's really that simple. The combination between the ease to adjust temperature and the way the smoke circulates throughout it, you just have a very, very even smoke ring. And it's as easy as reading the recipe book, and you are gonna be professional quality quick. The Traeger's definitely changed my life. With a Traeger, no matter what your skill level is, you are gonna make better food.
I like cooking big game, and I also like cooking fish. And being a hunter and a fisherman, the Traeger's a perfect grill for that.
Yellowtail, I love yellowtail. I found some incredible recipes just off the Traeger website that are just mind-blowing.
I went out fishing off my surfboard, caught a halibut. We brought it in, filleted it on the beach, and had it on the Traeger like within 20 minutes.
I went on a hunting trip, brought this wonderful turkey home, put it on the Traeger, set it for the appropriate time, took it out, and it was perfect.
It's a game changer. It really has been for me. Every week is Traeger week.
Pretty much turned all my buddies that hunt and fish onto a Traeger. I'm like, you're blowing it if you don't have one.
Same here, right? Yeah. Same here. The Traeger grill has just allowed me to be a confident griller.
The biggest change since I got my Traegers, I went from, going to a restaurant and like ordering food, and now when I'm getting my food, I'm like, I think I could do this better.
Traegering gives food a rich, wood-fired flavor you just can't get with other grills. But how does a Traeger work? Starting your Traeger is very simple. Just pour in the pellets, switch on the grill, and turn the dial to the temperature you want. That's it. No matches or lighter fluid required. An auger automatically feeds the wood from the hopper to the fire pot, where it lands on the hot rod and ignites. A fan stokes the fire and creates convection, so that food cooks evenly and consistently for great results. Every single time. That means no more babysitting. Just set it and forget it. Spend time with people instead of your grill. So pour in the pellets, grab a cold one, and leave those other grills behind. It's time to start enjoying the superior flavor, ease of use, and foolproof results you get with a Traeger.
You know, when I think of a wood-fired oven, I think of pizza.
Yeah, like a really good pizza, right?
Yeah, like from a great restaurant.
You hungry?
Yeah, I could eat.
Well, good, because I just Traegered up an amazing wood-fired pizza.
Wow, now that is a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is. Traeger gives everything that amazing wood-fired flavor. And because it's also a convection oven, you can bake in it, and not just pizza. You can do pies, breads, cakes, casseroles. Here, go, give us a slice.
Yeah, get one of these. One's here. Look at that. Yes. Oh, man. Oh. That is incredible.
Yeah.
That crust, it's so crispy. The kids are gonna love this.
Yeah. Well, coming up, we'll head out to California where world-class chef Timothy Hollingsworth is cooking up some epic cuisine. But first, check this out. You know, I'm gonna have a slice
Yeah,
of that.
get in there, get in there. Don't let it go to waste.
With Traeger wood pellet grills, what I tell you to do in the wintertime is get an insulation jacket for your grill. What that does is it holds the heat in and it saves on pellets. Speaking of pellets, you have alder pellets, oak pellets, hickory, cherry, maple, apple, pecan, anything. You want to do some baked goods? Do it with the pecan wood pellets. Amazing, I do it all the time. Their rubs, their sauces, their salt, amazing. And down here at ANC at our showroom, we have everything you need for your wood Traeger pellet grills. One thing though is, ladies, if you want to get your husband or your boyfriend the best gift ever, come on down here and get them a Traeger wood pellet grill. Best grills on the market, and let me tell you something, the food they will cook on it will make you love them. When Traeger first released the Timberline grill, in the first 24 hours it was sold out. And since then, we have not seen it, heard about it, nothing. But now since ANC is a platinum dealer of Traeger wood pellet grills, we now have the Timberline, we have the 850, we have the 1300. Let me go over this grill a little bit because this is a new grill. This isn't anything they've ever done. A whole new construction, stainless steel interior, double wall stainless steel interior, 3 tiers of cooking surface. Not only that, is you have a bamboo magnetic cutting board, and for the last thing, is now Traeger grills are now Wi-Fi compatible. From your phone, anywhere you are, I don't care where you are controlling this grill. You can check the temperature of the meat. You can put timers. You did a brisket last week, but you don't remember how you did it? It's saved in the app. You just hit a button and it's done. But before I leave, if any of you are thinking about doing any turkeys this season, please stop down and check out Traeger's Turkey Blend. It comes with a rub and brine kit inside. It is $29.99. Please stop down and check out all their new stuff, all their pellets, all their rubs, all their sauces. If you don't have a Traeger grill, try the sauces, try the rubs. Please stop down and check this out.
What do you think?
Wow. Timothy Hollingsworth, unbelievable.
Yeah.
A guy of that caliber, he uses a Traeger.
Right, well, whether you're a total beginner or a professional chef.
Or me.
Right. Traeger always takes your cooking to the next level.
Just look at the food we made today.
And we're not done yet. In just a little bit, we'll visit barbecue pro Matt Pittman down in Waxahachie, Texas. He's the founder of the Meat Church.
Yeah, I've seen that guy on Instagram.
Stick around and he'll teach you how to make your barbecue better. So, what was your favorite thing we've made so far today?
Oh man, that chicken.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I've always got to go with the brisket though.
You know what though? Actually, those ribs were so good.
Yeah, that's tempting. Or just because it's so unusual with pizza.
Yeah.
That's something you don't
I
see
never
every
had a
day.
pizza quite like that.
Yeah,
before.
well,
That was-
cooked that way, no.
The Traeger's more versatile than your traditional charcoal or gas grill.
Like I can make cookies, I can make pie, but I can also make pulled pork and really awesome brisket.
We've smoked eggs and put on there and made egg salad.
I made my own bacon, and it was delicious.
I did some lobster tails on the Traeger that came out really good. Everyone that has it loves it.
Barbecue chicken pizza was just incredible. It just makes everything taste better. It's simple. It's always a big hit at the party when I can actually present a really great meal and people are going, wow, you can actually grill really, really well.
People will come compliment you and talk about how great your food is. It'll take you to the next level.
Every time it comes out perfect.
When I bought my Traeger is when I became a chef.
I'm a stay-at-home mom, I have little kids, and I use my Traeger almost daily.
Put the meat on there, you can literally turn it to whatever temperature you want, walk away from it, and it enables me to spend time with all my family and friends and my gorgeous bride, so that's what's most important to me.
I'm passionate about my Traeger because of the consistent results and the outstanding food that it produces.
Now, if you were a tree, how would you want to go out? Blaze of glory or slow rot? I know what I'd choose. Heck, what is wood smoke if not the triumphant spirit of a tree finally freed from its rooted internment to dance in rhapsodic abandon upon the wind? Anywho, there's 3 different kinds of meat smoking wood: mild, medium, and spicy. Your milds are your fruity trees, apple and cherry, and your, shall we say, softer hardwoods like maple and alder. They can do a fine job of smoking your food, about as good as a chihuahua can fetch a prairie chicken. Now your medium woods are your hickory, oak, and pecan being the milder of the 3. Personally, I don't cotton smoking with anything but oak and hickory. But I'm your basic kind of fella. I don't cotton much, not even the use of fabrics as verbs. That's a little joke there. Now your spicy wood, well, that's just one tree. Mesquite. Let me put it this way. I say hire the rascal, but don't leave him alone with your valuables, especially your brisket. So there you have it. You can think of your smoking woods like salsa. Not the dance, mind you, I don't know too much about that. The only dance I do know is the 2-step. Step 1, lean against the wall. Step 2, stay there.
The way that barbecue brings people together is really why my brand is called Meat Church. I'm Matt Pittman, Pitmaster and CEO of Meat Church Barbecue. Meat Church Barbecue is a very unique brand, and we do tons of teaching.
This is the holy grail of barbecue. You can keep your Kansas City burnt-in or your North Carolina vinegar sauce. It gets no better than this right here. You know,
I'm very passionate about teaching, so it's a totally cool, unique experience. I always tell people, you're not just coming here to learn brisket, ribs, and chicken. You're coming to my house to learn about my passion and my techniques to show you how to make really straightforward barbecue to share with your family and friends. You think about how barbecue started and just kind of wood, meat, fire, just the simplistic nature and the smoky taste. Spending 12 to 15 hours smoking it and then having everybody gather around and say it's the best barbecue they ever had. There's something rewarding about that. You can't beat the all-natural wood fire. It's just far superior to any other fuel source and what it takes to make really good food. You can take different types of wood from like a heavy oak or a mesquite type wood to anything lighter like a fruit wood and really kind of change the flavor of the meat you get. Very naturally, I found myself using a Traeger over and over because of the ease and consistency. I've just seen this huge surge in people that like the fact that they do not have to babysit a Traeger, that it's reliable, that it's consistent, and you don't have to mess with it constantly. All the top competition barbecue teams in Texas have Traegers in their backyard. That kind of validates just how good the product is. No matter who you are, Traeger can help you deliver amazing barbecue, amazing food all the time.
Well, Todd, you know what time it is.
No, don't tell me it's over.
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up here soon. But first, I think it's time for a little dessert.
Berry cobbler?
Oh yeah, so good and so easy.
Wow, man, that is gorgeous. Today was awesome, Jim. The food we made was some of the best I ever had.
Yeah, you know, I've been hearing that a lot since I got my Traeger.
Oh, and the flavor is just incredible. I mean, it doesn't even compare to my gas grill.
Yeah, and it's super easy. Well, you saw today. You just set it and forget it.
Yeah, we made so many different things, and they were all fantastic.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about that chicken.
Oh, man, and those ribs.
Oh, man, that brisket. Oof.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, folks, and remember to call or go online today and get your own Traeger. It'll change the way you cook.
Everything. It changes everything. Get into that cobbler.
Yeah, actually, this is all I've been able to think about since we sat down.
Good.
All right, everybody, put your knives and forks away for a second. I want to talk about barbecue sauce. For most people, the battle over barbecue sauce has been settled. Kansas City won. That's the style that fills most grocery aisles, even in states where they're still fighting the war, like North Carolina, Alabama, and Texas. Let's start with Carolina. They got a couple of different things, but mostly it's vinegar. Maybe a few red pepper flakes, then some more vinegar, and then just a splash of vinegar. Not bad on pork, bad on everything else, which is why they don't make much else. Now, in parts of Alabama, they have a mayonnaise-based sauce that they call white sauce, which they use to ruin meat. Nah, apparently it's pretty good on chicken. I couldn't tell you I ain't ever been southeast of Texarkana, which brings us to Texas. In Texas, generally, traditionally, they make the world's worst barbecue sauce. But the thing is, they do it on purpose. Yep, to keep folks from using it. They want you to taste the meat. Crazy Texans. Just remember this, folks. Sauce is a condiment, not an ingredient. Use whichever sauce you want, but use it sparingly. Like some cowboys use soap. Yeah, talking about you, Curly.
I'm Chad Ward with Traeger Grills, and I'm here with a tip for you about beef brisket. How many times have you heard cook fat side up? We're here to end that today, guys. So our fat cap here is made up of oil, while our red meat down here contains water. Something we learned a long time ago. Oil and water don't mix. There's also a line of connective tissue here. For those reasons, the oil is not gonna mix with the water, which means it's not gonna keep the meat moist during the cooking process. Next time someone tells you fat side up, no, fat side down.